Early absentee voting off to a pretty fast pace this year, much higher even than the most recent non-COVID presidential year of 2016.
But some Minnesota voters still remain skeptical of voting by mail. John Croman joins us with an update on how those ballots are being safeguarded. John.
Hey guys, hundreds of thousands of votes have already been cast by voters absentee this year, but those ballots won't be opened until Election Day. So election officials are working to assure us that those ballots will be protected until then. During the pandemic, people got used to the idea of throwing their ballot in the mail or handing it to someone at a curbside drop-off. This year, 337,000 absentee ballots have already been accepted statewide.
People got used to it, they got a taste for it, and I think they trust it. And so that, I think, accounts for the surge in the increase.
Yet, in the KARE 11 NPR News Star Tribune Minnesota poll, only half said they think those absentee ballots are protected from fraud. That's why we're seeing efforts by election managers to show how the system works.
Ensure that the signature envelope and the application are complete.
That's the job of bipartisan absentee ballot boards across the state. In this case, Mark Olson and Terry Wold at Blaine City Hall. They're checking to see if the outer ballot envelopes match with the voter's application.
They're looking at the signature envelope, which is just like signing a signature on Election Day, signing the roster on Election Day, because here when they're voting early, it is Election Day to them.
If the ID information and signatures match up, the ballot is accepted and the barcode is scanned into the state system, which 1, allows you to track your ballot online, and 2, ensures you can't vote again in person on Election Day.
Here at City Hall, the ballots are stored in a room that only election officials have the key to. We actually rekeyed that lock to make sure that it's not a master key that anyone can get in.
Think keycard badge, locked cage.
Getting into the actual election cage, there's an old school padlock that only election officials have. So again, it's just one more layer to just make sure that we have that chain of custody and that confidence.
Now, the Republican Party has filed a case against Hennepin County saying that that county is not using the election judges from a list of people provided by the party when it comes to those absentee ballot boards. They're asking the state Supreme Court to issue an order to the county to use only judges from the party's list first. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, John.
Instead of the mail. That's because for years, thieves have been taking advantage of an antiquated postal system to steal your mail. Mail theft complaints have soared 327% since 2018. As our national consumer correspondent, Asha Qureshi, reports, it's something the postal services have known about for decades.
Do you feel like the mail system is safe for you?
Absolutely not. Someone needs to get this antiquated system on a path that is for 2024.
I ask you about all of these keys on the internet. Are all of them stolen?
Well, Vlad, some of them are stolen and some are homemade. The detective you saw at the beginning of the story showed us keys that were knockoffs. He said one of them was even fashioned out of a pair of surgical scissors with notches literally cut into it.
Wow. So what else is for sale on the dark web? I mean, I know there's a lot of things, but in regards to anything associated with the postal system.
Right. I mean, you can find all kinds of things when it comes to mail theft, credit, debit cards, and a lot of personal checks, and even IRS check refunds. We've seen a lot of those as well. They're even selling postal uniforms to go with these criminals. And